mission, it's very simple. It's just more birds on bikes. Like we just want more people to cycle.
More birds on bikes.
More birds on bikes. Yeah. This is...
I started cycling early this year for a number of reasons. One of them being that I'm literally the most easily influenced person in the world, and so other people around me were doing it, and I thought, that's cool, I want to get involved. One other reason being that I really love running. Running doesn't necessarily like love my body or my joints, like it's quite intense to do all the time, so I wanted like an alternative form of cardio / fun thing to do. Thought it was a new realm of people to explore. Thought it was just another fun hobby to like see if I could do it. And I also really wanted to go on more cool active holidays, which was like a big thing for me. Like I thought there's only so far you can run, and like on a bike you can cycle further than you can run. Like you quite often, what I've learned now, cycle more than 40k, which I would never in my life, like 42k is a marathon, do you know what I mean? You can just cover more ground. And so I started cycling and I had no idea how to do it, and I've realised cycling's a very male-dominated sport. There are some females now getting into it. Love that. Vast majority of those females have males in their lives, normally a boyfriend, who gets them into it and teaches them how to do it. I'm single as fuck. Did not have that. And so I reached out to this female-owned... it's a couple who own it, cycling business called Maloo. I always say it wrong, and she basically swept me up. Her name's Alex, and she taught me everything that I now know about cycling, which is still, to be honest, very limited. Like I've come back to winter and I have no idea how to cycle in the winter, so she basically taught me everything I know. She told me what bike to get, she told me what kit to buy, she told me how to cycle around Richmond, she taught me how to get up the hills, she taught me how to use gears and cleats and everything. And I basically thought, well, I'm really lucky that she was able to do that for me. Why don't I see if I can do that for more people? So now we're kind of introducing a new arm of the Re Club, which is my business, into getting more girls cycling. And today, that officially starts because me and Chloe, who work together at the Re Club, are going to see Maloco's new space, because they've got a new base space office bike rental place in Barnes Putney vibe. I'm going to go get us some lunch, I'm going to go meet her, and I'm going to take you on tour of the space, and then we're going to grill Alex on basically how the fuck you start cycling, because I feel like we've got a cool little dynamic where I'm now a little bit experienced, Alex is pro, and Chloe has been on a line bike. Alright, pretty much made it. I'm trying to carry way too much at once, but I got all of my gales, and now I've just got to figure out where their new spot is. I went to the old one. I do just actually love this part of London. Yay. Here she is. Hello.
Oh, he's not ready at all. You have to
Say hi. I'll just go straight in.
Yeah,
that's fine. Ready?
How are you?
I'm okay. How are you? Oh my god, it's
Good.
huge.
I was just working on everything.
Oh my god, amazing. What a setup.
So nice to see you.
Lovely to see you always.
It's like all the work in progress.
Oh my god, it is stunning though, isn't it? And your view.
Yeah, the view is just everything. I love working.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm so happy for you. This is so good. Alright guys, Alex is lending me some kit because, again, I wouldn't be cycling without this. What's the brand? Velocio.
I think they say Velocio.
Velocio.
But I say it with my French accent.
Okay.
Velocio.
It sounds sexier in your French accent. I've got myself some... Well, these are really thick, aren't they?
Yeah, they're really thick.
They're bib tights.
Bib tights.
Bib tights.
Yeah.
Some thick winter, so I can get out and cycle in this gorgeous weather today. Were you riding this
Oh
morning?
no, it's so nice. No, I didn't have time. I had a bit too much on, so I'll go tomorrow.
Busy, nice.
Really nice jersey.
Really lovely colour, this one. Jersey, long sleeve, so I won't be freezing my tits. So I have got my canyon is long sleeve though, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's I find the canyon not warm
Not
enough
always
for the
quite
winter.
thin, yeah.
So you might need to start layering. So if you put, for example, this, but do you have a long sleeves base layer that you use for running? Put that on.
I've got like a couple of ski base
Just
layers.
play with the layers to just see like how you feel. You can even throw a jacket on if it's way too cold.
Yeah, I've got like running gilets as well. So I'm thinking like
running gilet, okay.
Yeah,
yeah,
just
like
put
with
on top.
jacket, definitely. This is like merino, so that's like really good for all seasons. But again, you might need a base layer. on
Lovely.
that.
This is all Velocio. This is the brand. It feels lovely. I wore one of their bib shorts and jerseys in Mallorca. So they've got Mallorca summer and winter kit, obvi. This is the colour of the season. A burgundy.
Yeah, I was like something changed.
Yeah, it's really
nice.
dark. And then we've got a fluff.
And I try to go for plain colors.
Yeah, we've got a floofy one. Fluffy floof, and then some more bib.
And some long
I want to call them bib
bibs,
leggings, but they're not called
Well,
bib
I do call them long bibs, but they
Long
technically they
bibs.
could be tight.
Oh, it's that way for you.
Gracias.
De nada. Cheers.
Salud!
Salud.
We're living in Spanish now because we're going.
So excited. I love girls.
Okay.
Okay. Got two pain au chocolat. Pain au chocolat. Hi, Win. The furniture is lovely.
Wow. I'm so impressed.
I got us a Christmas bun.
Yeah.
Chloe, I got us I got you a turkey sandwich.
Oh.
So I know you wanted to try it last time and they didn't have it. Well, turkey and Swiss cheese.
Wow.
Got us a reversey cookie, which is my favourite.
Oh yeah, babe.
A fan fave. Then I've got us. I didn't know what your preference would be, maybe the Gales. So I got us a mozzarella focaccia. Yummy! That was a mozzarella focaccia. You're welcome.
Yeah.
And then I got us a parmesan chicken too. Yummy!
A bit like, like he hasn't been
Oh
fine.
yeah.
The BTS. Oh yeah,
A bit like
gorgeous.
very
And then we
Chuck
have
the
a bit of
coffees
the
on. Oh, that's
latte here.
mine. That one's latte for you.
Oh, I just dropped
That's okay, don't worry.
my lipstick on there.
That's alright, I won't.
Yeah, well.
You just always you're a latte girl, I gathered.
latte. Okay.
Yum!
That's better?
Gorgeous for Gail.
Smile, girls.
Oh wow, hello.
Is it recording? I think it is.
It is recording.
I find the word turkey hilarious.
Why?
I don't know.
Hilarious.
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 That's so good.
The chutney with the...
It's the chutney. I
This
think.
is really
sauce.
Mm.
Insane.
Bit chilly.
Yeah.
Thanks guys.
Yeah, my Christmas tree's up.
It looks gorgeous.
I'm obsessed with her.
It looks very nice.
I was on my
You look
sofa.
so happy in your flat with everything looking so nice.
I'm so happy
Can
there.
we talk about your bath setup?
Yeah. The mirror.
God. Yeah, I was like, hello.
Yeah.
Like that looks with the candles and everything is
It's really
just-
sexy.
It is very sexy.
Just for me on my own.
Mhm.
Yeah, literally the whole shower was just a mirror.
It was really sexy.
This is not gonna be a vlog. I'd love to have like the same. Imagine if we had next door, like if we had the Recon HQ next door.
Mm-hmm.
That would be so. That our office is to let, like in this place. One day. One day.
Absolutely one day.
No, but if
Yeah.
if
This
there's
is the vibe I want.
I also would love to host one of your rent clubs from here. I think that could be really fun because you go down the river.
That'd
The
be so
steps
fun.
are literally just there. You go down the river straight away.
That'd
you
be a
go to
gorgeous
the road.
weekend one.
It would be so
Because
nice.
also I realised, wow, it's like it's from Clapham Junction. Like you just
It's
go on a
very
train.
train. Yeah, exactly.
So on the weekend, like when people aren't working, going into the city, we could do like a longer run from here.
I think that'd be really nice.
Wouldn't that be gorgeous?
Yeah.
All right, join us on Click.
Yeah.
We'll
And
put
I
it on
think
there.
also it's good, like because now we have this cycling trip coming. I think people coming here for a run club can also get the inspo. Like obviously we're gonna have the bikes in soon, so I think seeing a space that's like nice and cozy with bikes in,
I
it
mean,
doesn't feel like a
100%.
bike shop is less intimidating and you really take
Let's
the
like
pressure
get one of
off.
those in the diary.
Yeah, I think so.
And this feels like girls can cycle.
Yeah. That's it.
I think when I started cycling, I know it sounds very superficial, but I started cycling seven years ago, and cycling in my head was that sport for middle-aged white men, retired,
But that's still
who
what
were wearing like full-on neon kits, and I've got nothing against that. Like I just, it's cool. Like people can do it, but I just felt this is not my vibe and this is
No.
not me. And when I exercise, I used to hate sports. Like I used to hate it so much, but I've always loved clothes, and I felt nowhere for the life of me. I want to get into a sport in which like I don't enjoy wearing my kits. You know, if you get nice kits, you want to go to the gym more.
100%.
If I
Yeah,
get a
oh,
pair of shorts, I
100%.
just want to go running. And with cycling, it's the same. Like now, every time I have a new outfit, I'm like, I want to ride my bike even more.
Yeah.
100%. It's like
And
the
it's
biggest
so
hack
important.
to motivate
But
yourself.
it's become so much better though. Yes, it's expensive. Like we'll talk in a sec about ways to find it a bit more
Yeah.
affordable. But it's become so much better. There are now lots of really nice brands that got like really cool palettes, and every time some kit is coming out now, I'm excited.
Alright guys, I'm gonna have a bite of this.
Oh, your nails look nice.
Boom!
I really like those. Very. Oh, I like them.
Nude
like,
chrome.
Yeah.
They're nice.
I feel a bit too mature.
No, they're lovely. I like that.
No, they're really like I forgot to get my nails done. Again.
I need to get mine redone.
I thought we need to introduce both of you.
Yeah.
Because
we do.
Chloe's been on the vlog before. You've been on the vlog before. If you've watched any of my videos before, Chloe was in my most recent one for the Christmas day out.
Christmas day out, yeah.
You were more glamorous than me. It was breakfast having a coffee in Mallorca with
Alex is in my Mallorca.
There was nothing glam about it.
Mallorca cycling vlog, and she hates me for uploading that video because apparently I exposed her, but I didn't think I
It
did.
was funny, it's okay, it's real life, like it doesn't matter.
Yeah, this is Alex, who, do you want to introduce yourself, or what does the vlog need to know about you?
Yeah, I mean, can I talk to you when I introduce myself? Because it's cringe. Well, I'm Alex. No, I'm joking. Yes, so I have Mallorca. That's my baby business. We have lots of strings to business. So we have bike rentals for a start, and then we organize rides and events and trips abroad. And our mission is very simple. It's just more birds on bikes. Like we just want more people to cycle.
More birds on bikes.
More birds on bikes. Yeah, this is what we want. And at the beginning, I think we were really like, oh, let's make cycling more accessible, more this, more that. But we realized that actually there are lots of people who come to us who have been cycling for 10 years and they're still looking for something else, like maybe a community or some trips. So we realized that you've just riding as a commuter or never ridden before or an experienced rider, you always need something else in your cycling journey, so we're here to support that.
Yeah, whatever the next step is.
Whatever the next step is.
Can I just clarify in an English accent, is it Maloko or Moloco?
I say Maloko.
Is it Maloko or Moloco?
I say it wrong.
You say it however you want. Paul and I don't say it the same way.
No, I know, that's why I think it's always confused me in my brain, because I met you both at the same time and I think you both said it different in the same day. And then from then on I'd be like, Maloko, not sure how you say that
Wait,
way.
what do you mean both at the same time? Wait.
No, like, because Paul is English.
Oh, okay.
Well-
Yes, I haven't met Paul yet.
No, I'm not. You probably meet him this afternoon. I think he'll pop in later.
Moloco is Alex and Paul, right? That's both of your baby.
Yeah, that's me and Paul. So Paul got me into cycling. When I met him, he was a really keen cyclist and I had no interest whatsoever. I was just a bit of a runner, but you know, classic, I'm running to lose weight and I don't really enjoy exercise. Like, it's just my mission.
Yeah.
And he tricked me on a trip to Mallorca. We went there. He wanted to try a canyon bike and pretend it was a holiday for us. And I saw him packing his shoes and helmet literally the day before. And I'm like, what's this? Like, are you gonna ride there? And I was like, cool, it's fine. Like, I read my book, it's cool. Just do it in the morning, then we explore in the afternoon. And before I realized, he's just hired me a bike to try. So this is how I ended up with my leggings and trainers, like on that bike. And I remember my first ride ever was actually the lighthouse, like the format over there. You see it?
The big fuck off ride I did.
But I didn't do 130 kilo. We started
How
like
far
from
was that
there.
ride again?
The one I
The
did.
one we did 130 kilometers.
Would you say a half marathon was harder or?
It's very hard to compare them, I think.
Yeah.
Because also that ride was like, how long were we on the bike for? We left the villa for like 10 hours.
Yeah, it was 6 hours of cycling.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think. So
But it's different.
You were first that first day. It was the
and
next
you
day
can
that you
talk
were
the
really
whole
struggling.
time. It's just a different kind of like, when I'm running and I start to struggle, I stop. Or like I have that thing in my brain where I'm like, you can stop now, like stop, just walk and it's easier. Whereas with cycling, it's like if you're going up the big climbs and you're finding it really difficult, it's more beneficial for you to keep going. And you just have to tap in to just keep your legs spinning. Even if it's like the lowest gear known to man and it feels like it's hard, but your legs are still going, you can keep going.
Yeah, you can keep going. And in fairness, there's also, like, this is why the training before the big rides like this is very important, because I think in people's minds sometimes like, oh, I can ride a bike, I can go and ride in Mallorca every day, but there's so much to it. You spend 5-6 hours on a bike, but your body is in a position that's never been used to before. You've got your butt on the saddle like the whole time. You're in different kit, in different shoes, like everything is quite new, which is what the training does before. Adapt your body to like being in that position for such a long
Especially
time.
because we're gym girls and we've run marathons, like you've got a base level that is amazing. And the thing that hurt for me more than anything on that second day was my upper body, and that's because I didn't train. Because I was not used to being like this for hours and like holding yourself up. Again, like that's just because I didn't do the training plan. But now I feel like we're getting carried away because we've gone from you haven't even started yet, and you've seen me do this trip, and I feel like we haven't done the in-between bit which is the bit that I haven't documented that well, which is why I want to start doing this.
Yeah, this is
To
it.
show the in-between bit.
Because right, I've now signed up. We're going to Mallorca.
Woohoo! To disclaim, I went on a trip to Mallorca, just gone, and I went on the cycling trip with Maloo, and loved it so much. And now we're doing it with the Re Club, the same trip next year, 2025.
Yeah.
We're going to announce it in December. Tickets will be available soon. We'll leave all of it in the description. But that's where we're like, what we're talking about.
And I said that I wasn't going to get on a bike.
Should the classic thing like, no!
How can you?
And I now I'm getting on a bike. I think the holiday sold it to me, to be honest, because I feel like I saw that trip and I was like, it
But
looks
that's what sold it to me.
insane.
Everyone
like
was-
the views, the food.
The whole thing of it, everyone was like, because when I was running, I just suddenly saw everyone transition to triathlons, and I was like, oh my god,
See,
like fuck would I ever do that?
I
was
can't get in open water like that.
No.
I probably will one day. I say I can't now, but I maybe
Yeah.
will one day.
But I never have FOMO from people swimming in open water.
No.
It's being cycling in
I was
Mallorca.
seeing all of your stories on all of these holidays,
Yeah.
and I got into such a deep YouTube hole at one point of everyone cycling in like these amazing locations.
I would love to do this. Like, always wanted to cycle, but just don't know how. And I think it's actually just because a lot of people can cycle. Like, we online bikes every day. I'm confident on a bike, but that is obviously completely different to then like cycling.
Yeah,
on
but
a
it helps massively.
Alex flagged
It's-
that so
it's-
much when we went on our first ride. Just having
It's huge.
road confidence is, you said, so hard
It's-
to teach,
yes,
but line bikes
okay.
will teach you that. So
So
if anyone else is a
yeah.
keen line biker,
Yeah, but my first initial question was, do I need to buy a bike or can I rent a bike? That was like the first thing.
Yeah.
Because like also I'm very much wanting to do it, not on a budget, but I'd say that like I don't want to go and spend an arm and leg on it, and like because I might do it and then never cycle again. So I don't know whether I'm like, right, do I buy everything or do I just rent? And that was kind of what I was trying to work out.
So I think there are quite a few things here. So firstly, I would recommend people to rent a bike if they want to get into cycling, but they're not too sure if they're gonna like it or not, and they don't have any further project. However, you want to get into cycling because your aim is that Mallorca trip in October next year.
Yeah.
So renting a bike is going to cost you lots of money to have the bike with you all the way through your training. And quite frankly, like, do you enjoy being on your line bike?
Yeah, I love being on a line bike.
You're really sporty. You love running. You love to exercise. There's no reason why you're not gonna like this.
Yeah.
So what you could do is to rent a bike for one day to go for a spin and to see. But if you committed to the trip, what I would recommend it would be more going towards buying a bike. Then when you do that, so Ree, for example, she's
Have you got
really
a bike,
fortunate.
I've got a bike, yeah.
You've got a bike.
Yeah.
And she's got an amazing carbon bike with like,
which is not necessary.
Exactly, this is not necessary.
But
So
like
when
my
you
problem
start-
is I'm a go hard or go home kind of girl.
Yeah.
And in the same way that I was like, oh, I've never run before, I'm going to run a marathon. I thought I've never cycled before, I'm going to buy a carbon plated bike. I feel like within this process we're going to learn what potentially not to do as well.
Yeah,
So
I feel like I'm
not
going to be taking it kind of like...
learn from me and also do it on more of a budget, which absolutely
exactly, like do it more on a budget, but I also obviously want to make sure that I'm like comfortable and like happy on my bike. So
How
I
many bikes
understand.
do you have here?
Yeah. So can we rent? So how much would, say for example, like if I wanted to take the bike out for a day, how much would that cost to rent a good bike? Is there like any rough ranges?
Yes, so we don't really do day rent. Well, we do 2 days usually, like not really day, because we used to do that, and actually it was so time consuming, and it was, you need to set the people on the bike, they need to clean the bike, preset, etc. So we tend to push towards 2 days, and the 2 days rental is £119. Okay. Now. That would be for a first trial. Then if you want to buy a bike, we would... So we work with Canyon, disclaimer, like let's just be honest about it straight away. We work with Canyon and we actually feeling...
My bike is also Canyon because I work with Canyon.
Oh,
disclaimers.
Okay, so am I going to go Canyon or am I
I
going
think
to
you should, but
But if you're
you
with the
definitely
refund
should.
maybe.
Maybe we've got to go Canyon.
Just to be super clear here, I'm not recommending Canyon bikes because I work with Canyon. So Paul and I were obsessed with Canyon before we started working with them.
I took Alex's word for Canyon.
Okay.
To be honest, like when I say I blindly trusted anything that you recommended me, I was like, Keen, sign me up.
Oh my god, okay.
But ever since getting into the cycling world and talking to more people, Canyon are like
Are they like
top dog.
They're just amazing. Like the
And
value
they're also
for money
really
that you get.
aesthetic, which I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
I
they
do.
just are.
Do you know what I was looking at? I was just like, how many lot scroll. the other day, and like the kind of like nudie bike or like that lovely blue that they do.
Yeah, baby blue. Mine's
So
gorgeous
nice.
turquoise to
Show
show.
you. Have you seen
Mine's
Rick's
baby
bike?
blue.
I haven't seen a bike.
It's here! Can we clarify what is an aluminium bike and what is a carbon plated? Let's say from the beginner,
Yeah.
there's like this, because I used to have a bike growing up that was like what is the difference between that and then like a road bike?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the bike you had growing up was probably definitely an aluminium frame, and probably wouldn't have the drop bar.
No.
You would have
Normal.
like
Line bike bars.
Exactly. And you'd probably also have much less gears on it. So on this bike there are two cogs. You see at the front there's like a big one and a smaller one.
Yeah.
So your
This
chain
one
goes
and
from
this.
one to the other, which means you've got all the gears at the back twice.
Let me grab my camera.
You see at the back on the cassette.
Oh yeah.
So those gears, they go all the way up on the small cog and all the way
These two, right?
down on the big cog.
Okay.
So you have double the same amount of
And
gears,
you
which makes
change
your
them
life
here.
So much easier. So when you climb, the more gears you have, the happier you are when you climb because the easier you climb.
Because you can be in like the
Okay.
top gear and then you have all the way down to go, which every gear is making it easier.
Okay, so aluminium bike
Aluminium bike to start with.
to start with.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go straight away with carbon. Also, this is so light that when you start, it can be a little bit. It takes a bit of time to get used to.
Why
how
did you
light
put
it
me
is.
on one?
Yeah, but you know,
What do you mean? I was there like,
you were fine.
I was absolutely fine.
The day you clipped in, like there was. Like,
I think again clipping in. So this is what cleats look like, right? Because my shoes clip in to the
Yeah.
bike. Top hack. The only reason I think I was ever good at that is because of my cycle classes.
Lovely.
I think I
Oh,
learned
yeah, you can
because
do
I
that.
have fallen off. I think I've never fully. I've fallen off once, and I've toppled a couple of times because I've like panicked to not take my feet out. And I think that's because doing cycle classes, you just learn the motion of unclipping yourself.
Yeah.
That's
And I had like a proper spin class girl phase, and I think that just taught me so much how to do that because I've spoken to guys who are like, how long does it take you to learn to
Yeah,
do
you
this?
were. You were like a natural. Like. there
Is it
was
just
really
like a little
easy.
like pop? to
Yeah,
the
it's
side
just like that, but
Yeah.
it's the instinct of it. So it's like when you're stopping at traffic lights, how quickly can you do it? Like,
Because you're
Okay.
Without
attached to the
thinking.
sign.
Yeah, like how soon? I was thinking, I was like, how many seconds do you have to like brace yourself? Because
What's
I
the
feel like
first
I'm gonna be like clipping out.
When you
like,
clip out and
immediately.
when you stop, you need to incline. So if I unclip with that leg, I need my body to lean towards there because if your body is right in the middle or leaning for
Yeah.
2 seconds on the side,
You're
you just
toppled.
use your balance and because you're attached, this is
Okay.
what you
because
fall.
this is like higher than you couldn't put your foot down.
Okay.
If that makes sense. So like you have to come out of your saddle. I remember the first time we went for a ride and I used my cleats. You were like, you need to come off and then lean. And I remember like good 10 meters before I was like out of it, leaning like
Yeah,
squatting
because-
down because I was so scared that I was
And
going
then
to
she
fall
got
off
a
the
bit
traffic
cocky
light.
and she almost lost her balance. She was like, I told you.
I'm kind of excited. I feel like the first time I do it, I'm going to record myself and just see what happens. to my
Yeah, I
facial
just recorded. Alice just
expressions.
filmed me and it was so bad. I actually kind of wish I fell off because I think it would have been funnier.
Yeah, you were so good at this. But also, I think it's very important to know that you do not have to be clipped in. So
I was going to ask you this. Does every bike, do you have to have, because say for example, like you see some bikes and they don't have the cleats thing,
Yeah.
and you just have a pedal.
yeah.
Do you have to have cleats?
So
or-
that is an excellent question. So when you receive a bike, example, we're going to get back to Canyon. So because they are direct to consumers, you would end up receiving a Canyon box with your bike in there that you have to assemble. This is also why we're here to help, and this is why we work with Canyon. We're here to just help their customers
Quick
to get set up
pointer.
on all the bike.
So is that to anyone?
Yes.
If you were looking to buy a Canyon bike and you were like, you got your box and you're like, how the fuck do I put it together? You could message you on
100%.
Instagram,
So
our website.
what we do is
So I wouldn't put it together myself. I don't
no,
think.
I mean it's not that easy.
No.
People say it's easy, but it's not that easy.
Maybe your
So,
second Canyon bike in the future, you might be like, oh, give it a go myself.
Yeah.
But first time.
I don't think first time.
you can come and learn and I show you how to do, but it's
Yeah.
not that straightforward. There are quite lots of things. But we can even like get the bike to be delivered here. We do that for some people. So the bike, they just deliver their bike box here because you don't want to walk around with your big box bringing it.
No.
It's a bit of a mess. So the box get delivered here. We set up the bike, and when they come to pick it up, everything is ready for them, and we custom it to what they want. So a bike, and I know it's going to sound crazy, but a bike is being delivered with no pedals on. It just comes with no pedals.
When I rented my bike in Mallorca, they were like, what pedals do you want? And I immediately forwarded the email to Alex and I was like, what pedals do I want, please? And what did you say they were called?
And the brand of those pedals was Luke, so I just
So
said
she
no.
replied, So I
look. Okay.
And she
But
was like, look, and I was like,
just say,
oh,
look.
sorry, I know, I thought she was telling me to go find out for myself. So I just didn't reply to it. It was like 2 days later and I was like, I'm really sorry, I've had a look and I don't know what pedals I need. And she was like, oh my god!
No, that was actually very funny. I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. You're being so helpful. You immediately replied and I was like, oops.
What frame size do I need? Is it just trying them out or?
It's
So,
due height, right?
It's due to your height,
Okay.
but also, I mean, it's very straightforward. It's a cultural to say due to your height because some people have really long legs and a shorter torso, and the other way around.
We
76.
are very much the same height, yeah.
Frame size is going to be 54.
Ooh,
Yeah.
54.
So that's the same as
54.
mine, isn't it?
Yeah, that's your
Okay.
frame size.
And
So some people, so for example, this is also a size. Is a frame small, but a frame small in Canyon refers to 54.
okay.
But a frame small in Cannondale, I'm pretty sure refers to 52. So
Okay.
it's not about the small, medium,
Not
large,
really.
because that really depends according to the bike manufacturers. So the number is what's important. So there are, sometimes if you're in between, it's best to try different sizes to see what's the most comfortable for you.
Okay.
Because most people can fit on 2 sizes. But in doubt, it's always better to be on something a little bit smaller than a bike that's too big for you.
Yeah.
Is the worst thing ever because it's going to create so much pain.
To be able to go to Mallorca, enjoy Mallorca, and like feel fit enough, how often do I need to be on that bike riding?
Let's put it this way: the more you're on the bike, the more you're going to enjoy. Cycling 300 kilometers per week to be able to enjoy Mallorca. Cycling really helps with running. It makes you a better runner. It doesn't work the other way around. This is the
Builds
problem I
your
have.
cardio.
I love running so much, but
Yeah.
when I do long runs, I really suffer on the bike after.
You'll probably get to a point where you've done a few weeks maybe, and you feel confident on it, you want to do it, and you will want to do it more.
Yeah.
And because it doesn't wipe you out as much as a run, so say on the weekend you've got an afternoon free and you're like, fuck, but I want to go and do like a half marathon on my own because that sounds disgusting. But going for, say it was an afternoon like this on Saturday and you had nothing to do. Go for like an hour and a half, 2 hour ride because you want to, and it's not going to wipe you out for the rest of the week. It's not something you need to take so long to recover from.
No.
And with getting
It takes time to do though. It takes a bit of
It
time
does,
to
yeah.
do, so then the recovery is like is nothing.
But when you've done Barcelona half, what I would say is you probably want to swap out one run. So I would say at least equal it, like at least do 2 runs, 2 rides.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 rides a week would be, so if you can do during weekdays or when you're a bit more busy, a short ride, so for example a 40k ride.
Yeah,
So
how
it's
long?
like
I was going to say
summer.
actually, how long is, because like obviously like I'm used to running distances like 5k, 10k. In terms of cycling, like how long on average does like a 40k ride take? Is that
So a 40 ride is going to take you 1.5 hours.
okay? So
to
it's
do
not
that.
like that. Like it doesn't take that long
No.
actually out of my day.
No.
And when you do 100k, if you do 100k flat, and we're going to talk about those because you must do a couple of 100k rides before you go to Mallorca to enjoy it fully.
Yeah.
And it sounds a lot, but actually,
We can do it together.
especially
We can do it together.
Yeah.
And if you want to come to
London-
Mallorca, we're going to be doing rides in London to do them together. So
yeah.
and we're going to go incrementally. So
Richmond
we're going to start. So we start with
Windsor and
Richmond.
back. Alex will lead us.
And then then we're gonna do a Windsor and back. That's a really good loop because it's flat. So that removes the challenge of elevation. And then a bit closer to the trip, we're gonna do a London to Brighton and take the train back.
And you make a day of it.
And you
We get
make a
fish and
day of it.
chips.
Yes, that's
And
the plan.
running,
You
right?
get there, you get fish and chips, then train back,
Cycling
and
is
it's
so
amazing
different
there.
from running as well. We'd be saying like you want to do it on the weekends because you can stop at 10k
Yeah.
and stop for an hour and a half and have a coffee and a cake. And no one gives a flying fuck. There's no Strava police coming for you for your elapsed time.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
no one cares.
No
Exactly.
one
You go for
cares.
the cafe.
That's
No
what I'm
one cares.
excited for. Those like days out where you can just like ride somewhere,
Yeah.
stop, and then like just.
And you can get the train back as well if you're dead. Like, there's no drama.
Also,
Oh yeah, actually, you just take your bike on the
Yeah.
train.
yeah.
I didn't think about
No,
that.
we just take you back on the train. So at Maloo, we organize rides 3 times a month. So we've got 2 road rides and 1 gravel ride a month. And every time, so we cap them at 50 people, and we've got ride leaders who take. We do 5 groups of 10 riders.
Okay.
And we would do London to Brighton, London to Windsor. Sometimes we're going to the New Forest on Saturday. So everyone's taking the train together. We do a loop in the forest and then come back. And I always pick like really nice coffee stops and nice pubs and just trying to make it like a very. Because I'm not English, and for me it's also a way to discover the country.
Yeah,
so I
for
always
sure,
make
yeah.
it cultural with good things.
Well, so many of us who
I
are
love
English
these
haven't
vibes.
seen enough of
Yeah.
it.
No,
It's
Yeah.
such a great way to discover it, and it's very nice.
I would
No,
love to
no,
just
no,
say
no.
back. and add my 2 cents to the pace conversation.
Yes.
Because I still get so paranoid about it. I still think I'm way too slow to go to any of these rides, and I find it so stressful. But I looked back at Strava. When I first started cycling, I had no idea what relative pace was. I had no fucking clue. And I looked back at my Strava when we did a lap of Richmond Park, and it was really slow. And I remember Alex was like, "You're doing great! What do you mean?"
Well, I had to encourage her.
And it was like so like you have to start somewhere.
Yeah.
And then I remember starting seeing, as soon as you start cycling, you then start seeing more people cycling. You follow them on Instagram, you see their pace, and then you're like, it's the same with running. You start thinking that you're not good enough because you're not as fast as them. But I did pick it up quite quickly.
You did, absolutely. But I think starting in Richmond Park is the best thing ever.
And the hills are hard, so they train you quite well.
It's a really good training, and you get used to. I think the reason why at the beginning you can't go fast anywhere when you join a group is not just your fitness, it's because riding in a group takes a lot.
So once I've got my bike, so we're buying a bike. I feel like that is if it is going to cost like 120 to rent for like 2 days every single week, then it's probably better for me to buy a bike. But at the same time, like bike budget, am I being unrealistic to say like if I've only got like 500 to £1,000 to spend on a bike, is that unrealistic? Or do you think I could make something work?
I have £1,000, but if you could push. So when you get into that amount of money, you're in that range when like either you get a bike like for your budget that you're really gonna regret really soon having bought because it's nowhere near good enough for what you want to do, or you just put a little bit more and you have a bike that you're happy to keep for a longer time. And when you buy a bike, you also let's forget anything about Canyon now and imagine like all the brands that are there.
Yeah.
You need to think about the how your bike can resell. So some brands that resell really well, so Canyon obviously, but also Specialized, that never lose their value.
Yeah,
they're really good. They're great bikes. They've got good ever bikes, and they resell well. You don't want to get a bike that's too cheap and that's a bit too niche because then you're gonna find that when you want to upgrade, you can't sell your bike anyway.
So I reckon. Do you reckon you could get a good bike then second hand for that price? So that is going to be most people's budget.
Yeah. So you can get a second hand bike. And again, we're more than happy to help with this.
Okay, and where do you go and find a second-hand bike?
So you can talk to us and we'll show you how to find, like eBay would be the answer.
Like if you find one, you can check.
Just send it to Alex and be like,
and we can have a look and we can show you like what are the things to be looking at. Facebook Marketplace is a bit of an issue because there are lots of stolen bikes on there. We will definitely be able to help with that.
So we'll ask Alex to write a guest blog post for the Reclub about how to start your second-hand bikes, and you can leave your tips.
Absolutely, more than happy to do that.
Okay, so that's on my Christmas list.
We're also working on, because we're aware that not everyone can access to cycle to work, so we are working.
Oh yeah, so many corporate places have cycle to work schemes.
Yes. So lots of them have that. So when you do cycle to work, you can pay monthly for your bike. But for people who are not doing this, we're working on having a solution. It's all going to be live from January. But we're working on a solution to offer monthly payment for people. So you basically rent to buy. Yeah. So you would pay monthly, but all your rental costs, and it's going to be, obviously, it's not going to be like £500 a month, obviously, because the aim is to help. So if, for example, you pay £150 a month towards like the purchase of your bike, that's also something we're gonna be able to offer. But I can't say too much on Monaco as well. It's in the works.
Oh, see, I love a Klarna, so that is right up my street.
It just makes it so much because, like, realistically, the majority of my friends right now do not have a brand.
This is the thing. It's like it's a lump sum of money, isn't it? So it's like it is either going to be like fortunate enough to be like mum and dad can have a Christmas present like that, but at the same time, that is like.
Because that's really unattainable. Like my Christmas presents were never more than £100. I'm so grateful for.
And we're aware of that, and this is actually why we started. Because when we started the business, we used all our savings to buy a fleet of second-hand bikes, and then our rental model was that people were renting to buy. So they were renting every month, and then at the end of the day, all of this was going towards the purchase of the bike. But we bought all the bikes up front, and now that we're growing, we've got lots of demand for it, and we don't really want to buy 50 bikes up front for people to just pay monthly, which is why we're putting together a system in which is going to be possible.
So do you think that's probably one for me to like wait on then? Do you think something like that would
wait till January?
Like wait till January and then like if I knew kind of costs and things, because splitting it up would be so much better.
That would be so good.
Don't say yes. And if we were in June right now, I would tell you no, don't wait, you need to ride. But the truth is, to everyone who's watching this video, I don't recommend starting cycling before March.
Yeah, I don't
It's
know.
just
I don't want to get out on the road.
it's so cold, it's raining, then your bike is going to get so dirty, it's actually really hard to maintain, like, because you need to learn as well how to clean your bike. And you can get away with it a little bit more when it's dry in the winter, but like in the summer. But
So
in
that's
the
fine,
winter,
we'll just focus on education until your system's up and running.
Cool.
People can buy their bikes on finance, and then we'll all start riding in the spring.
Yeah. So kit list.
okay, so I think I'm convinced that to start cycling and to make it the cheapest, you actually don't need that much stuff. What you need is a helmet.
I was going to say this. Do I need a helmet, or do people rent helmets?
I bought a helmet for very cheap. Like, very cheap.
We do rent helmets, but we do it for customers, for tourists who just come here. Like, you can get a casque helmet for like...
And I bought a nice one. I was like, right, I want white shoes and I want a white helmet.
Right.
So I went and bought a nice
Disclaimer,
helmet.
all our members, like we have a membership with Maloo and members get 30% off with casque. We don't get any commission. It's not an affiliate link. It's just like a treat. So I'm more than happy to give everyone of the Re Club. I'm happy to share that. And casques are pretty good. Like the Morito, the entry level helmet would be like £90, something like that.
Yeah, I think it was
£30 off.
Oh, I
With the £30
off, it'll be 60 quid.
Yeah, and then they're nice helmets. So get a helmet, 100%.
That's a meal out, isn't it? Really?
That's
I don't even think
almost.
Not even.
Not even in London, to be fair.
Jesus.
Yeah. Okay, right. So I'm probably gonna, to be fair, I'm probably gonna buy that now. Like I'm gonna get like my little kit bits.
And again, I'm more than happy to
Yeah.
put I'm more than happy to put like a Reiki list together with maybe different colours options and different kits.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
And then if you want to make a blog post of that as well, no problem
maybe
at all.
put it in like a timeline. Be like, for this payday, we could do it for December payday, get this, for January payday, for February payday, get
That's
this.
a nice
Yeah,
idea.
By
that's
March.
nice, yeah.
And we can update it and then put it in the reclub and then we
Yeah.
can be like, oh, and now you've got your kit, it's not all in 1 month, you can finance your bike, let's get a ride in for March.
Yeah. What do I need? Do I need I must need like a top of some sort, long
Jersey.
sleeve, short sleeve.
The most important
What about
thing.
those strappy cool things that you guys
The big shorts.
That is.
I can't wait to do a video myself.
I'm actually
We
going to
should
do
do
a
a
wrap.
thing.
Let's make it
Should
visual
I
because
set them up?
this
Yeah,
is
let's
the
get a visual.
same-
Or is it the bum pad?
That's the bump pad.
You need
Right,
that.
so you need that. The problem
Why
is
is this?
this,
Oh,
bib
that's
shorts,
right,
like that's very pricey. Like that's probably the most expensive piece of kit you're gonna get. But this is what's gonna save your life.
Yeah, because
You
I
need-
actually had this question on my list. I was like, is my arse gonna hurt?
Yes, it's gonna hurt. You need that. Now you've got the summer and the winter version. So that's shorts for the summer.
Yeah.
The winter ones are usually £200. So what I recommend doing.
Disclaimer, I was looking last night on Vinted. There are
That
so
was-
many.
That was exactly
for
what
a
I was
quarter
doing.
of the price.
Including me, I put all my stuff on Vinted.
Yeah,
I do think.
Everyone
yeah,
at the
just
auction was
like,
like, oh, I'm
so-
loading all my cycling kits to Vinted. And I was like, I'm going to follow
I'll be
you.
there.
go on Vinted and look for that. Then
Okay.
those brands have sales all the time as well. So my
What are your top 3 brands?
top 3 brands are Universal Colors.
Universal Colours.
Universal Colours.
They're an
Okay.
English brand and they do like all of those really nice pastel, like earthy
love
tones.
that.
Like it's very very
Baby
nice.
yellow's gorgeous.
Really gorgeous. I feel like that would suit your hair a lot. I
Spring
feel like
chicken.
yeah, that works well with
I
brunettes.
really love this jersey.
Whereas I feel like with a blonde, I need like something.
It's going to be on my Easter ride.
Yeah, I really like this jersey.
Easter.
Easter, right?
Me just trying to make
I
you at every
also-
opportunity.
I also love MAP. But MAP is
M-A-A-P.
M-A-A-P. It's just a bit pricey, but they've got lots of sales all the time. So just go and look at the sales. If you want something a bit more affordable, Rafa. All the core range for Rafa.
Isn't it funny how you never hear of these brands until you become a cyclist?
So you
Like,
see, everybody in
and
Mallorca, I was going to the Rafa Cafe. I thought,
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
really
it's very,
cool.
very popular. So
Rafa
Rafa
do like rides and
has
stuff.
their core bib shorts are £90. I think they're under £100, and they're quite good. And then, in my opinion, some of the best bib shorts ever are Velocio, like the one that
So
I've mentioned you some.
Velocio.
The pad is amazing, but they're very expensive. It's an American brand, so
Okay.
you need to wait for like a Black Friday or a deal.
I have some stuff that you can borrow though.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so you can try it on.
So you can come and try my stuff on, see if you like it, and then buy it, and you
Yeah.
can review.
And we usually have codes for. we can give the Reclub community again a discount code for Universal Colors and
We will
Velocio,
collect all of these discount
Yeah.
codes.
but not for MAP, not for Rafa. I don't
No.
have discounts for those.
Map though, I've been finding on Vinted because I want to get some map
Yeah.
stuff.
Okay.
There's quite a lot on Vinted.
Mm.
And
Also-
it sells really well.
Sorry, Canyon kit. is sexy.
I
Actually,
thought that
you took
your
my words
navy.
out.
My
Yes.
navy
navy,
and the
I
bright
love
green.
And
Yeah.
the beams are really, I don't know why, because for me Canyon is my bike, but like, actually yes, the kit is really,
The
really
kit
good.
is really good. It's
And
really
the
expensive,
the jerseys are nice and tight. Well, they
though. Is it
have,
the same?
it's like Rafa, it's actually cheaper than Universal Colors and Map.
Oh.
Okay.
It's good.
So-
And we will have
I just like it when I'm wearing the full
here.
canyon.
When we open fully, when everything is up and ready, like we're gonna have some pop-ups of clothes. Like I just can't say too much now, but like there's gonna be. So when we can even organize a gathering with everyone, they
trial.
can come here and we
Amazing.
can talk about everything and just show things.
This is it. So I
I
feel
reckon we
like
get a panel talk in here.
Yeah,
yeah.
that absolutely.
Because you know, like with any clothes, I feel like some brands fit you better than other brands.
100%.
So I feel
And
like
just
I
different
do-
builds.
Which is why-
Because
Yes,
Alex
I
is built
do-
very different to me.
yeah. And me.
But
yeah.
we sure are not gonna say, oh my, like we do
I've
lots
never
of
seen
work
anyone
with
look as
beauty.
sexy in cycling kit as Alex does though.
Really? Oh,
Bless you.
Like, it's so
That is-
hot.
really?
Really?
You're like, wow.
She's standing at the
you
top of the
are
table giving them
dreamy.
Mallorca briefings and I'm like, how?
You are glowing.
Shots look hot.
You look hot. You look amazing in your cycling kit.
No,
But
I
I mean,
feel like I look a sausage. I
No,
feel like
no,
a sausage.
no, no.
You look
You
like
definitely don't look like a
sausage.
sausage.
You look
You know,
amazing.
like shorts and like
No, your waist and
Okay.
hip are giving
yeah, exactly. Your waist and like with the tiny like
Literally.
cycling behind you is
booty pop.
just take it, you want, babe.
Get it, babe.
And it's
Making
like
cycling sexy as well as
Yeah.
accessible.
Yes,
Definitely. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Exactly. So back to the topic. I'm being very transparent with the brands I love because I could say, oh, just like UC, because Universal Colors is personally like my favorite brand, which is why we work with them. But we also work with Velocio that I really rate the bib shorts.
Yeah.
No work whatsoever with MAP or with Rafa. But Paul wore Rafa for a really long time and really thinks it's fantastic kit. And I used to be obsessed with MAP. It's very very good kit as well.
Okay, fine.
So
Don't wear underwear is what you always
Yes.
told me.
what?
no underwear with the bib shorts.
Commando.
Yeah, Commando, it creates some chafing and it can hurt, like you can have something that's called saddle sores, but maybe we keep that for like
Yeah.
another day.
Yeah.
But yeah, Commando,
So would you go commando in your normal training session? Or?
Yeah.
Really?
always. Never any
I'm really
other
rogue and I
videos.
never wear underwear in from gym wear though.
Do you not?
I'm commando in every pair of leggings, shorts I ever wear.
I think it's actually better.
Yeah, I think it's
Like
better
because
too.
now
I'm
I'm
so
so used to being
I
Commando
think I've
with
worn
these
under
pants.
any kind of gym wear since I was like 20, 25.
Wow.
I'm actually
Why have I
I want
worn
to try
underwear?
running like
No
this.
runs, no gym sessions,
Yeah.
nothing. I never have underwear on.
But I think it's
It's
now,
cool though.
now
I
that
just
I do
tried.
it with this, I think I understand that when I go running, I actually find it a bit uncomfortable.
Yeah, why would
like,
mom?
actually, why
Get
am I not
the
taking
fuck
it
off.
off? Okay, I do that.
I hate underwear. Any opportunity to wear underwear, I am keen.
Really?
I like literally hate it.
If you ride when it's a bit chilly, instead of buying one pair of longs and one pair of shorts, what you can do is to have your shorts and just put a legging on top for winter.
Yeah.
Oh,
Anyway.
sale price £50. Not bad, is it?
Hello. We're doing a sample sale on Sunday.
Ooh.
So yeah, just put some leggings on it so you don't have to pay like twice for the very expensive
Yeah.
stuff. And then that dries super quickly. So at first, if you have one and
Yeah.
you just wash it and then it will dry overnight. And then before going on a trip, I recommend you have two minimum. So like this, you can just alternate and do laundry.
Okay.
But
That's the thing, you don't
we
feel
have
like running
laundry
when you've got
place.
like a million options. You don't actually
You don't actually need
No.
that much. So
No.
I really need
I would say
like
if
one
you've got
set
Yeah.
and then no, two sets.
You've got one set to start with, and before your trip, get two.
And
But
one
you
set,
might
you
want to
just
get
do one
another
ride a week
one.
until
Well, this is it.
fair.
Like
Yeah.
I'm just going to be doing one ride a week. I think. Like I think that's very like manageable for me.
Yeah.
Is it beneficial, like in my gym session, to then like jump on the spin bike? Like, does that help in any way? Is there any workouts in the gym that you can kind of do to like assist
So in
your cycling?
I would say yes to someone who doesn't really exercise much, but you're already really fit and you do lots of
Okay.
running and stuff. So if you have time to cycle, I really recommend you get on the bike because cycling outside is very
Okay.
Even if you
challenging
just went
than
around to
inside.
Park and did a lap of it.
Yeah.
that's
I
why I
think
need to do
you
that.
you'd rather be
That would be better.
outside.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
to like get used to all the things around, get used to also your bike position,
Yeah.
also the bike, like changing your gears. All of this really impacts. So you've got lots of things that you need to be doing to make the most of your journey and be efficient on your ride.
Yeah.
And this goes with the training, it's not just the endurance on the
Okay,
bike,
cool.
so definitely outside. So you will have a jersey with that normally is like bibs and jersey. The reason why your jersey is really good is because you've got pocket at the back and you can have your snacks, you can have your phone, you can like
I was
you
gonna
can
ask
carry
about
all
that.
your stuff in
On my
there.
bike, you have a banana,
Because
my phone,
yeah,
my phone,
yeah.
my camera.
Yeah, because
So-
usually you've got your running vest on, whereas
Yeah.
I was like, well, don't see any cyclists
We
wearing
have
running
2
vests.
bottles.
So that's water
So
on
you've
the
got 2
bike.
And then
bottles for the
everything in
water,
the
everything in there, and if you need more stuff, like in Mallorca, for example, I'm carrying the shit for everyone,
Yeah.
Louise included. I have a camera and everything.
She has all my
So
stuff.
I have a bar bag. in
Like,
front
Alex,
to
how
write
full
stuff.
is your bar bag?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can I have
just
some
nice.
space? Yeah.
This, for example, like it's really great for that, but it's also a bit of investment at the beginning. So
This
she
is so
knew it's
sweet.
£150, so it's money.
But it
So
is like
if
a
you're
normal,
going to
like,
steps,
Maloo, like,
yeah,
you pay that for
absolutely.
a running. You pay
Yeah.
it for a running jacket.
I think
Right.
it just
So
seems
it's
more
not-
expensive to a lot of people because it's so new and you just don't
This
know
is
how
it.
to
Well,
use
this is
it.
it. It feels overwhelming. I think that's
It
what it
is.
is. Like immediately in my head.
There is a
Even
lot
when I
more
was-
to buy.
Even when I was writing questions for you to kind of like for me to ask you, I was like, oh, there's a lot going on. But actually, splitting up the bike payments, amazing.
Mm.
Like that is really,
Mm.
really handy. Or finding a second-hand bike
Mhm.
and then asking you directly, like that's a
Mhm.
dream. And then because I'm not starting till March, I will probably just buy like one piece.
Yeah,
a month.
This is the thing. So for
Which is
example,
perfect.
if on the first month you buy your bibs, you know, you can literally
Sweet.
put any running top or any t-shirt or anything with that
Gorgeous.
at the beginning. Then you're just going to find really quickly that you need space to put
Yeah.
your phone is the main thing because you
Yeah.
don't have pockets or anywhere. But at the beginning, you do not have to. You
I
don't
would
need to
like-
go full on. Even gilet, you can use.
Yeah.
You can use your running vest. You can use just cross use. I use my cycling kit to run as well.
Yeah.
Like, not a jersey.
I would
like
like
this,
to caveat this really quickly. The cycling community can be really quite judgy,
but yes.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
Just from my experience, like when it was really hot in summer and I was going for a ride and I like wore the wrong top,
Yeah.
people love to say shit like in my DMs. That's
They
because
really
I
like
put my stuff public.
Yeah.
But if you're who is that helping?
I
and I
hate
think you have to, if
that.
anybody ever says anything to you, if you're at Richmond Park and somebody makes a comment at you in there, or they look
Yeah.
at you, let them crack on. Like it's
Yeah.
so
Please.
irrelevant because it's like, why are you? I think, and every single time that's happened to me, it's been a middle-aged man. I'm like,
Really?
why are you so
It's-
offended that
it's
I
a
want
big
to
problem.
cycle? It's really weird, like, because you're wearing the wrong top. It's like,
Mm.
politely leave me the fuck alone.
Well, but also like you're wearing it because like that's what you feel good in.
And yeah, and like,
I
if
want to wear
that's
this
what's
top.
comfortable and that's
Yeah.
what you own, like,
But
it
it's
doesn't matter.
It's also one of the
Just
reasons
rock it.
why we started what we did because
Yeah.
we felt like when I started 7 years ago, it was like there was barely any
Yeah.
girls cycling and
Yeah.
the judgment. Like for example, you need to someone has said one day that you need to have your glasses on top of the straps
There's-
of your helmet.
Again,
So
we
if
need to,
you
I'm
need
not
to know
covering
that-
this in this video because you don't need to
Yeah.
know and it really
It's just
pisses me off.
ridiculous.
Like, you can't have
But
a
it
gap
just-
between your helmet and your
Yeah,
glass. Like,
yeah,
boring.
Yeah.
No,
But
but
also-
ignore those people. We had a friend the other day. He was at the traffic light in Richmond, and someone said that they were wearing the wrong sock lamp.
Yeah.
And you just like go away.
Boring.
Like, ignore those people. It's boring.
But there is that, but there's also, I've experienced the loveliest sides of the cycling
Okay.
community ever. One, meeting you and Paul, lovely human beings ever, like the nicest. And then I was really, really unlucky and unfortunate that within my first 2 months of riding, I got 3 flat tyres. Really unlucky that shouldn't happen. That was just like pure.
Yeah, that was
unluck.
like-
I
that
saw
was
a video of
crazy.
those two guys helping
Yeah,
you.
and I literally was like on the side of the road in Richmond Park. I was texting you, but you were busy. And I called my dad, and he was like, "Ria, I truthfully don't know how to help you." And I was like, "Okay, Ria."
I changed my tube.
And then there was just these 2 guys who I like walked over to the cafe, and they looked maybe like in their 30s. And I was like, "I'm really sorry to like break up your coffee date, but like, can you help me, please? I have no idea how to fix. Like, I can't even get home." And these 2 guys, I filmed it and had like an hour-long video on my phone
Oh my god.
of these 2 guys just helping me.
They were- yeah.
Okay,
And they just
that's
completely
nice.
did it, and that's happened. One other time you came to my rescue, and the other time again I was in the middle of Richmond Park and I got a flat tyre and I was like going up the hill, like just feel it, and I was like, I don't know what to do with myself.
Yeah.
Like I've watched them do it now, but I don't know. Some random manager came up and was like, "You okay?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Not
do you know how to do it? And then
I think
that guy
yeah.
showed me how to do it in the least patronising way possible. So for like every person who's been shit, there's been a good,
Okay.
way more people being lovely. And then even on the Mallorca trip, I was the tragic one of the group, really. Like I was way
She's full of
undertrained.
shit. That's not.
I feel
true.
like
Everyone
everyone
was
was
the last
so
one.
lovely,
Yeah, but
and
I
like
feel
so patient.
Also, when we're in Mallorca, so it's gonna be me and another ride leader. So we're gonna be in charge of looking after the group, and me and the other person are like we know how to change punctures. So if you come to Mallorca and you don't know how to change a puncture, it's not the end of the world. If you can't come to the workshop and you have a life, it's not a requirement for the trip.
Have a
You're
life.
gonna have people
Attacked.
like you know, you're
Of
gonna have
everyone.
people. You'll have people
Like
looking
Dumont.
at you. It took me a while to learn because Paul used to do everything for me. Like literally, it took me years. And I was like, oh, cool, he's doing it
This
for
is
me.
the caveat I put in this video is like so many girls have boyfriends and that's how they got into cycling.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only way. Every girl I know who's into cycling has learned from her boyfriend.
Which is why I want to change this, and I want girls
Yeah.
to just get into cycling because they want to ride and they don't need to have. I can be here helping them, and I feel so lucky, and I'm aware that I've been so lucky to have Paul helping me with every single bit of it and doing everything for me. Without him, I wouldn't be a cyclist. Like it's just so much, and I just feel like I want to
You're
give
my
back a
Paul.
bit and be like, oh, I love that.
Shoes.
Are the shoes comfortable?
You don't really feel them, to be completely honest. They don't offend me or excite
And
me.
like,
I
can
think
you like
again,
walk
everyone's
around in
different.
them? Like, is it fine? Like, you know, is it like a bit taboo to like keep
Oh.
walking around in them, or?
Well, if you
like-
walk, you'll like fuck the bottoms if you walk around in your cleats. So
Yeah,
just
you
need to
should
clip it.
avoid.
So what do you? So when you get off the bike and then you then go to like into a coffee shop,
You just
do
waddle.
do
Because you have to keep your bike so close to you or it's going to get robbed.
Yeah,
anyway.
you're not
You
gonna
don't
go
walk
for
far.
a long. You
Fine,
don't
yeah,
go for a long
okay.
walk.
So your
It's
shoes
just
just like
walk.
jump off.
My shoes are the Adidas.
They're actually really nice, your shoes.
My shoes are so fun. They were like what, £100, £110?
Yeah, because these can go like really expensive as well. But those ones, they're
Mine is so fun.
they're great. They look nice. They look fairly normal. They're comfortable.
They're not fun. They're not flashy. They're very like.
Yeah, they're very
Fun,
simple.
okay.
I recommend them. Like they're great.
But I got white
So-
helmet, white shoes that just always looks like I'm put together.
Yeah, well that's what I was thinking. I was thinking of going for like a white or a cream because I feel
You've
like
got
then
it already.
the rest of my colours will then just match.
That's
won't they?
another thing for the haters.
Yeah, they love matching.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
They will always be.
exciting part of this whole thing's been exciting, but we've been talking a lot about cycling, getting into cycling.
Yeah.
If you're also like, I want to do this, but I don't know how. Us and the Re Club have decided to work with the gorgeous Alex and Paul and do our own trip in October 2025, where we're going to be taking a group of girls to do a girls-only, beginner-friendly cycling trip. Very much similar to one that I did this year. Loved.
It looked amazing.
Yeah, the views were
It was.
insane. Like the
Yeah.
whole thing, you'll have dinner together. Everyone, it's just so lovely. The places that you see are amazing, and I now am the biggest fan of Mallorca ever. So excited to go back. And so we're not just doing the trip. We're going to be doing like rides in the lead up. We're going to be doing mechanic workshops. We're going to be doing loads of educational content and things like that. So if you want to get involved, we are going to be launching the tickets. We haven't got a dead set date yet, but
No, not
beginning
yet.
of December.
I think beginning of December.
Literally very, very, very soon. Which there will be financing options for that.
Yeah.
The date is the 19th of October we're going.
19th of October we're going, and then we'll probably start training and things March.
And the trip will be for it's beginner friendly, but it's for all levels. Again,
Yeah.
as I say, we will be two ride captains anyway, so we will do two different groups of speeds,
Yeah.
and we will adapt for everyone.
But the rides were gorgeous. Go and watch my other vlog from Cap to Foreman Tour when I cycled 130k.
Oh, take me back there right now, please.
Do you know what I love?
So
That big
gorgeous.
paella that you guys had.
Oh,
I
that
say
was
pa- do you
we
say
will have that again.
paella or paella?
I say paella.
Paella.
See,
Paella.
when
Paella.
I'm in like European countries, I feel like I say paella, but when I'm in the UK, I say paella.
I mean, it's like Maloo, you can say it however you want.
Yeah, how are we doing? Maloko.
Maloko. But it's a gorgeous trip. Is it 6 days?
6 nights.
6 nights.
So we have 5 full days. And then we have a warm-up ride when we arrive, so I make everyone fly early, so we arrive at lunch, have lunch, and then have a little bit of a shake-up ride in the afternoon, and there's a rest day in the middle, but there can be an option to ride on the rest day if people want to. If you cooked, you might just want to chill, go to Palma, have a brunch, chill by the pool, go to the market.
I've got the best Palma
rep.
reps as well, so best believe I'll be giving us all an itinerary for that Palma day.
Nice,
And also, if
nice.
you wanted to extend your trip in Mallorca as well, like I've got the best reps now, so
Yeah.
you could do I didn't go for a month and come in between.
Please, sign me
Or
up.
fly to Ibiza.
Fly to Ibiza, you can go to Barcelona.
I will actually be there for 2 weeks, because I have
Make a big trip of it.
I have a week just before you arrive, so...
I mean, I'm
I'm not extending
yet.
for the whole October there.
Ooh. Or just go for the 6 nights.
So good.
All that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Six
we'll just
family.
go for
Or
the
just
6
go for the holiday.
We will
Yeah.
sign again.
But it was so nice. Like the place that we're staying is gorgeous. The team that run it are lovely.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
the villa
Yeah.
looked insane.
Yeah, it's really nice place, lovely people.
The food is
it's-
incredible, and it was even like they make you delicious like breakfast and stuff. Like,
And
it
is
was
it
really
like-
lunch out.
Is it like own room vibes as well?
No, so I was in a room with Alex and
and Laura.
Cool,
But
okay.
so it's
kind of like
not
a
going to
school
be
trip, but like bougie school
It's
trip.
shared with two, like his bedroom with 2 twin beds and a bathroom for each person. But
Amazing.
but it's shared rooms.
Cool.
But
Okay.
that's
Which is probably
kind
quite
of-
nice because also I feel like sometimes when you then like go away to your own room,
Ah,
it's
you
a bit
wouldn't,
lonely.
yeah.
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 Also, you don't like. You literally do go to sleep. Like we
Yeah.
set there, you wake up, then
Or
you
you
go down to
just
have
watch
breakfast.
me making the voiceovers.
You asked me tips on how to make my voiceovers. You're like, Brie, how do you do it?
Yeah, I needed that in my life.
Can you listen
She was
to
like,
mine?
okay, Alex, people need to get excited. I am so excited to be
And
back
now
on
you
my
do it!
private island.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You just like everyone shares photos.
Yeah, really nice.
It's really
Yeah,
lovely.
it's cute. Like, it's nice to share.
I'm so excited for that. I actually feel like that might be the highlight of my summer holidays.
It
What?
will
We
be-
say summer holidays.
End
It
of
makes me
summer.
wet. End of summer, which is so
It's the
nice.
winter
though,
sun. It
isn't
starts
it?
getting grey here.
Winter sun.
It will be the highlight of
And the weather there
out.
was
Was it good?
gorgeous. Like the weather was lovely. The whole time I was there for the whole of October, and it was
Yeah.
stunning.
And
Okay.
everyone is going to Mallorca. They come again and again and again and again.
I like
just
literally
want to,
it's one of my
keep
favourite
it.
places.
It's just like it's
So
amazing.
good.
Yeah, and it was my first time in Mallorca actually.
You will love it.
So I'm excited.
We could maybe extend the trip a little bit and go get scooty zoos.
Yeah.
Scoot scoot!
Oh yeah, me and Ree quite like a scooter. I had one when I was
I love a
16
scooter.
and then Ree had one when she was out in Mallorca,
Yeah.
in Mallorca
Yeah.
for like literally, what, the whole
I
month?
scooted to come and meet you for lunch.
I know, and you fell off.
I got knocked off.
It's
Also
actually,
really different.
it really shakes you up being knocked off
I
a
was
scooter,
standstill
doesn't it?
though, so mine was like, I'm very grateful that if I fell off once in the whole month, it was that, like, somebody just reversed into me as I was parking,
Ow.
and I just, whoops!
Yeah,
And my
because of
knee
the
was
weight
like
of it,
gushing. I was
yeah.
like, Alex! And she's like, I'm gonna pass, I've got a first aid kit, don't worry. And I was like, you literally just look after me in whatever situation there is. It's so funny.
She's your job.
Yeah. Paul.
Paul.
I was also like,
I was like, who's John?
I said it so confidently.
She said.
he's your John.
Sorry, Paul, if you hear this.
Stunning. Okay, cool. Have any of you guys tried the Christmas bun?
No, I haven't.
Are you a Christmas bun kind of person?
so
Is it going to be
cool.
cinnamon, do you think?
I've tried a little bit.
Have a little trial.
Gales actually just do it so well, don't
Slaps,
they?
don't they? Like,
Mm.
they never
No, they
miss.
just, no, they don't.
I can't find a shop.
Yeah, it slaps.
Did I just hear you say
I
that?
actually feel attacked every time
I've
I try
tried.
to adopt a phrase.
But no, I just want to
It
be
slaps.
cool. I'm trying to be cool, but with my accent, I can never be. You know, when I was a teacher, like the kids would try to teach me slang all the time, but it
I think it's
doesn't
because
matter
you
how
said
much I
it quite
try to
slow.
say it.
You're like,
Yeah,
it
it
slaps. Whereas like,
Yeah, it slaps.
that was actually better.
It was the yeah, slaps. That got me. And South London's rubbing off on you.
10 out of 10. So good.
Love that for you. Okay, right, that's all from us.
Oh, so we
Thanks
were still
for
recording.
watching.
I love that bit. Thank you for watching and see you in Mallorca.
Love you loads, guys. Speak to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.